What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more garbage. I would like to start, though, by asking if people who see this reaction could give a big shout out to friend of the channel, Mikey, going through a tough situation at the moment, and ultimately a big friend of mine. I've enjoyed hearing his comments and insight, especially about Ace of Base, which he knows a great deal about, but also garbage and some other things. So big shout out to you. Hope things feel better soon, and ultimately I hope listening to music is part of the process of healing. So big shout out to you. And the next tune from Garbage 2.0, which is the second album, 1998, is called I Think I'm Paranoid, which, like, not only is that, I think, ripe material for an interesting song by Garbage, knowing the way they take sometimes jaded or darker looks at topics, but I like I think, like, there's an uncertainty, there's that, like, wait, is that something that I need to worry about? Is that someone targeting me? I think I might be paranoid. So there's this, like, there's an internal dialogue, if you will, already suggested to me by the title, and I wonder, whether this is, a character, a female character in a relationship. Maybe it's about, not just her interaction with another person, but perhaps, the world at large, or different forces and people in the world. Either way, paranoia, like, by definition, is the idea that you see conspiracy and suspicion where none exists. So I wonder if that is the dynamic, or whether the lack of clarity on the matter remains throughout the song. Either way, let's find out. This is Garbage. The track is I Think I'm Paranoid, and it's from the 1998 album version 2.0. Or rather, it would be if my speakers were on. And away we go. Feel that coming. I like that a lot. Tail end of that melody there in the chorus is great.
I fall down just to give you a thrill. Prop me up with another pill. If I should fail, if I should fold, I nail my faith to the second pole. I think I'm manipulated.
That guitar could be in a Smashing Pumpkins tune. I was literally already gonna say, like, there were parts of that song where she was singing like I haven't heard her sing before. It was something about the way she was hitting the words. It was like a heavy, kind of sliding delivery in a couple places. And then she goes big in that last part that kind of, the sound that I thought I knew from them before starting this deep dive with that sort of real, sort of heavier alternative rock part near the end. But then she reins it back into that like light and delicate voice for that last part. So like showing off her vocal versatility, and ultimately one of the flavors is one that I can't remember her doing before. So again, I don't know like if others hear that, but like the first half of this song, it really felt like she was hitting a lot of the lines in like a type of delivery I haven't heard from her before. So that was cool. And yeah, it sounds like a relationship. It sounds like one that's intense, but it seems also intense physically, but also like emotionally. But she's also seeming to suggest that like this other person could leave at any moment. So like maybe that's why she's paranoid, because she's doing all these things, do anything, like bend me, break me, whatever. As long as like the love is there, I guess. But it sounds like she's just as convinced that like this person might leave, while she's still unpacking like these emotions. So not quite sure what's at play, but it feels like it's a relationship where she's uncertain where she stands, even though she's going to extraordinary lengths to try to like make it work because of the way she feels about this other person. So let me know if I'm wrong, but and yeah, sonically I love it. Like the composition, it was not only very like exciting as it went along, just the way it would hit and then ultimately sort of go back into a different vibe and then hit again, and then it got to that like really sort of heavier part near the end. I just like the way it unfolded, but it was like intuitive. As I was listening, there were just moments where it's like, oh, it gave you that little turntable is scratch, whatever, it's gonna like wait, and then boom, it drops back in like where you feel like it should. So I like both sides of it. I like, and I feel like this happens a lot with my techno and trance experiences where like, it's all within rhythm, it's all, essentially working in the same territory, but occasionally you get surprised. Someone adds an extra 4-beat on the end of a measure, so it's like, if you have another record going, it'll actually misalign the measures, but the first time you hear it, it's like, oh wow, like that's cool, like I didn't expect that. And this tune, it was the other end of the spectrum, which is also very fun. The idea that's like, as a tune is unfolding, there's just moments that you kind of feel coming and they hit just right. So this one was on like the intuitive end of the spectrum, and I enjoyed the way it unfolded. So yeah, ultimately still learning their sonic flavors, their lyrical flavors, but so far I'm liking what I'm hearing on the second album. And it's funny, like I suppose it depends on genre and so on, but I've often heard the sophomore slump, the idea that a second album may not be seen because the fans may lock into like, oh, that's their sound, and then if you change things for the second album, you might lose fans who like, wait, like it's not what I came to like about the first album. So anytime I go through a second album, having heard the first but nothing else, I am always conscious of like, okay, so is this going to be drastically different, somewhat evolved, or will it basically be running in the same sonic territory? So it feels like at this point maybe somewhat evolved is the most appropriate label, but obviously that was the second tune, so we'll see how it goes. But once again, shout out to Mikey and all the people who've enjoyed the garbage reactions. Shout out once again to Philip for making it available. Do let me know what you think of this. I will see you next time. Peace.